Hey there internets, I'm Michael and this is Toucan Play That Game, bringing you our playthrough of Quadropolis, and this time we'll be playing the classic mode. So let's take it to the table for a game of Quadropolis. So we're set up here for a two-player game. I will be the blue player here and then the red player is going to be Rogue, and we randomly determined and Rogue will be their first player. If you do need to learn how to set this up, please do watch my previous video that will teach you how to do that. So Rogue is going to use her number 1 architect, and she is going to place it here so she takes the tile 1 in, which will be this public office here. And because she used the number 1 architect, she needs to place it either in the column 1 or row 1, and she's going to place it in this 1-1 position here. Next, she would claim any resources this would give her, however it's not giving any resources. Then we place the urbanist in the space where she claimed the tile from, and then it's on to my go. And I'm also going to use my number 1 architect here, and I'm going to place it here. So I'll take this harbour and we'll place the urbanist where I took that from. And I'm also going to place this in the 1-1 spot because I used a 1, but this gives me 2 occupants I need to collect, so I'll add these to my player board. And I'm actually going to add 1 to this harbour, and Rogue is going to use her number 4 architect. And placing it here, she'll take this tower block. She used a 4 to take this, so she could put it in this row or this column, and she's actually just going to put it in the 4-4 spot. And this will give her 3 occupants. And she's going to put 1 on her public office down here. Then it's my go. Now, unfortunately, I've already used my 1 because I'd really like to get this harbour here. However, the only options would be to place a 1 pointing here or a 4 pointing here, and I can't do the 4 because of the urbanist here. So, and I don't have the 1, so I can't take that, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my 2. I'm going to place it here so that I can take this tower block and get the first player token. And then where am I going to place this? Right, well I took it with a 2, so that's there or there. I think I'm going to place it just there. So I get the first player marker and I get another occupant. And it's Rogue again. And she's going to use her 2 and place it just here so that she can get this factory here. And she will add this to her city just there. And that will give her 3 energy. And she'll use 1 on her tower block over here already. And she's got some occupants here, so she'll use 1 of those on her power plant. Background to me. So I can now get the harbour I wanted, so I'll use my 4 to get that. Move the urbanist. Harbour. And I'll place that just there, which will give me 2 energy, and I'll put 1 of my occupants on there so I know that that's all powered up. Rogue's last turn of the round, so she's only got a 3 available, so let's see where we can use this 3. So she could go there and get an office block, there or there and get a shop, there and get a public works, And I also have a free. So is there anything that she can do that would block me? No, I don't believe there is. So what does she want? Well, she just bought a factory. So a shop would go nicely next to that. So she's going to go there and take this shop. And she used a free, so she'll place it just there. And she has some energy, so she'll place some energy on there. And she'll put the occupant in the shop as a customer for now. She can always remove it later. So, as with Rogue, I'm now left with a free to use. So the options I have is I can either take this tower block here or this public works here. And I'm going to go for this tower block here. And I used a free, so I'm going to place it there. It does give me an occupant. And oh, I've got this energy sat here, I might as well use it. And that's the end of the round. Here is our construction zone for round 2. And going first will be me, and I've got all my arrows available. And I've got my eye on this harbour here. So I think I'm going to use my free and get me this harbour as soon as possible. So I used a free, so I'm going to place this just there, and I'll place an occupant on it as well. So then Rogue's go. Now she likes the look of this public building here. So she's going to use her 1 to claim this public office. And she will place it up in this corner here. She'll move this occupant from the shop to that so that she's powering it. So my turn once again. I've got my 1, my 2 and my 4. And I'd quite like to get another harbour. So let's have a look. Can I manage it? If I use my 1, I can. So let's use my 1 and claim this harbour here. And we'll place it in this row. And that gives me another occupant and another energy. And the occupant can go straight on there. So we've got a row of 4 completed. So Rogue is up once more, and she has 2, 3 and 4 left. So let's take a look at what she can get. She'd like some people for her shops or things to go around her factory, I think. The best thing she can do to get some people would be to get this tower block. So she's going to use her 4 here and claim this tower block that will give her 3 occupants. And she used a 4, so she's just going to stick it on top of her previous tower block. And then she's got her 3 occupants, which for now can go straight into her shop. It's me again, and I've only got a 2 or a 4 to use. There's no more harbours, so what I would like is... well, I want to put a park here, but that would need a 3, which I don't have. So either tower block with a... So a tower block with a 4, ideally. So tower blocks I could get with a 4. I think this is the only one here, so I'll go for that. And I'll place it just there, giving me 2 occupants. Got 1 energy there. And it's Rogue's go again, and she's going to use her 2, placing it just here to get this shop. And she'll put this there. And she's got the energy to power it. And it's my final turn of the round, so I'm going to be using my 2. And what can I get? Well, I could place it here, get an office block, here get a public office, or here and get a park. However, a park from a 2 won't do me much good. So I think I'm going to go here and get the public office. So it's not much good to me. I'm just going to tuck it in here, I think. And then Rogue only has her 3 left. So what are the options? There's only the one option, which is to go here or here. Either way, I get a park. Parks want to be next to tower blocks, so let's sit it just here. And that's the end of the second round. So I'll get it all set up and then let's take a look at what we have for our third round. So it is me to start, and I'm really happy about this because there's a park on a 3 and I could really use that park. So I am going to use my 3. Oh, is there anything I could do that would maybe block her a bit? Oh, there's loads of parks on 3s. Oh. Well, nothing that will particularly block her, so I'm going to just go for that and get my park on a 3 that I can then sit in the middle of all my tower blocks here. And then can Rogue do something equally fantastic? Well, she's collecting these public offices and it's worth victory points. So she's going to have to take this. And she used a 1. She can't, so she doesn't want to go in there. She doesn't want to go there. She should go there or there. Corners seem to work nicely, so she'll go there. We'll take one of her occupants out of her shop there to power it. And we're back round to me. So we've got a 1, a 2 and a 4, and I would really like harbours or a tower block with a 4. So let's have a look. So I could get a ton of people. And people are easy to get rid of because you could just get a shop and shove them in there. So yeah, let's do that. We'll use our 4 to get this tower block to give us a load of people. Then we can put this in our row 4 here, which will provide the 3 occupants and complete our park here. It's fully surrounded. But I do still need to power that. So Rogue has a 2, a 3 and a 4. She wants to either get things to surround her factory or people. People are very good for her. So if she used a 4 or a 3 on an office block, then she wouldn't cost her anything more. So let's look at that. Well, she could use a 4 and get these 2 people here. Yeah, she'll go for that. So let's move our urbanist. That's 2 more people. And she used a 4, so we can sit it on top. That's 2 more occupants, which can go in one of her shops here. So let's place them in there. And it's me again. I've got 1 and 2. So I really want to get harbours. Really, they're my only focus at the moment, harbours or a shop. So there's still these 2 harbours here to choose from. So if I use the 1 on here, then I might still be able to get that one. So let's do that. We use the 1, take this harbour. So used a 1, so I can place it anywhere here. I'm going to go there, because otherwise I'm fully blocked off on 3s. And that's going to take an occupant to power. And Rogue has a 2 and a 3 left. And I think she's going to use this 3. And the reason for that is she wants people, and this harbour will give her people. Also, it's obvious now that I'm collecting harbours and it will block me. And because I can put it adjacent to this factory, it's even good for points for Rogue. So good on Rogue there. She gains 2 occupants, but she's going to put 1 on the harbour itself and then 1 in this shop here. And we're both left with the same number left again, 2. So I get to use my 2 first. Can I block hers? Is there anything particularly that she wants people. I want Well, I wanted harbours, but there's not one there now. I could get a shop. No, I can't get a shop with a 2 because I'd have to go there and I can't. Could get a public works. It's worth 3 points. Or I could get a factory. And I do need a bit more energy. And I could sit it next to a harbour, which would get me a few points. So yeah, let's pick up a factory using my 2. And I can just sit it here. So that'll give me 2 energy. So I'll put 1 there, and 1 on the park for now. Actually, no, I don't want to put it on the park. Let's leave it there so it's unallocated. And I could put an occupant on the factory, so that's powered up. And then rogues 2. Not a lot of options here. Should go here and get this public office, here and get this factory, or here and get this office block. Well, she wants the people, so she's going to go here and take the office block. And she used a 2. She'd like it to be next to this park, so she can't go there, so she'll put it there. That gives her 1 more occupant, which is going to sit in her shop here. She could use a bit more fuel now. And that is the end of our 3rd round. Just 1 more round to go. So let's get it set up and then let's see what we've got. Okay, so we're starting our final round. And it's me to go, and I really want harbours. And there's a really tasty looking one here on a free. So, you know, it's got 3 extra points. I've got to take it. I want to complete my harbour set. So I used a 3, so I'm going to place it there. I've got a person to place on it. All good. And it's Rogue's turn. She's got all her numbers available. Now, she'd really like lots of people. So she wants to get this tower block here. And if she uses her 4, she can then place it on top of the rest. So she's going to do that. So she can sit this on there. So she's now got a full stack of 4 plus 3 more occupants, so she can fill her shop. She's got 1 spare. She does need a bit of energy still. So me again. Okay, so I've got a 1, a 2 and a 4, and I've only got 3 spaces left on my board. A 2 or a 4, or 4 or 4, or a 1, 2. So I'm going to use my 1 to get a harbour, so that I'm filling in this space here, and that leaves me both my arrows still usable. So the question becomes, do I want a person and an energy or 2 energy? Either way, I think it's going to be negative points. So I'll just hedge my bets and go for 1 of each. But I have completed my double row of harbours that I was working on. But I have a lot of excess resources. Anyway, Rogues go. So Rogue has got a need for some energy. So we've got a 1, a 2 and a 3, and she wants to get the free energy factory. Ideally placing it on one of these here so that she gets the benefit of the points. So she'd really like to be able to use a 3 to get herself the free energy factory, and she can easily do that. So she'll go there. Move out Urbanist. And so she used 3. Well, she might end up buying an office block just to go there next to that park. So let's put it here. And she does have a person to power it. And that gives her free energy, 1 of which will go on this office block here. So I have a 2 and a 4 and a 2 and a 4 space. Parks would work in those. Pretty much just parks or public offices really are what I need right now. So I've got a 2 and a 4. So public offices, if I see, I could do 4 pointing there, but the urbanist is in the way, or a 2 pointing there, but the urbanist is in the way. So I'm not going to get that public office. Oh, or I could get a park with a 4. So yeah, let's do that. Here, that's perfect. Park with a 4. There we go. And I can sit that in this top corner here. And then that means I can put those there. So I've just got 2 people left now. And we're round to Rogue. And unfortunately, she's only got 1 or a 2 left. And she needs to place a public office in one of these spaces, which is a free 4 or a free 3. So she can't do that. However, it would still get her some points to pick up the one that's worth 2 points. But ideally, I think best thing she could do is place a harbour or a shop here. So she's going to go here and get this shop. And then in row 1 along the bottom here, she's going to place this shop. And then my final go, again, we're both left with the same numbers. We're both left with 2s. So where can I use a 2 that will be of use to me? I mean, if I could get a park with a 2, that would be good. Or something that will use people but not give me anything. So ideally, yes, that is perfect. This public office here, I will take, which was worth 2 points, and it will use up a person, an occupant. So that's saving me a -1 there. And that will slot perfectly into my final space on my city. My city is complete, every space covered. And Rogue still has a 2 left to use. So Rogue has a 2 left to use. She'd really like to get more people. The only thing that's going to do that would be tower block here. So she'll use a 2 for a final go to take this tower block. And because she used a 2, she's going to place it under here. It'll give her 1 person, which she can sit in this shop here. And that is the end of round 4. So now we just need to total up our scores. So I have my laminated shiny score pad here that's terrible for photography. So let's see. So let's start with our tower block scores. So I only have 4 single tower blocks, which if we look at this here, are only worth 1 each, so that's 4 points. Rogue has a stack of 4 and a stack of 2. And interestingly, none of us have anything that was not activated by the required resources. So her 4 is worth 10 points and her 2 is 3 points, so that's 13 points. So far, Rogue is in the lead, and we move on to our parks. So I have 2 parks. The first one is surrounded by 4 office blocks, which will get me 11 points. And then I have 1 surrounded by 2, which is 4 points, so 15 points. Rogue only has the one with the 2 office blocks, which is giving her 4 points. So I won out on the parks there and pushed slightly into the lead because I did slightly better than she did on office blocks. But shops, I don't actually have a single shop. So 0 for me. Rogue has 3 shops. So let's have a look here. 3 shops with 4 people in. She's got 2 with 4 people, sorry. So that is 7 each. And then she's got 1 with 1 person, which is 1. So that's 15 points. So currently Rogue is in the lead. And then our factories. So these are scoring for neighbouring shops and harbours. So I've got the 1 factory with 2 harbours next to it, so that's 6 points. And Rogue has 1 factory with 3 shops and 1 harbour. So 3 shops is 6 plus a harbour is 9. But then she also has another one with another harbour and shop, so that's another 5, so that's 14. So yeah, Rogue very much in the lead at the moment. Still time. We've still got 2 more building types to go, plus negative resources, which she doesn't have any of. Okay, anyway, public offices. So I have 2, and 2 bonus points on one of them. So public offices, 2 districts is 5 plus 2 is 7. Rogue managed 3, and all 3 have bonus points on. So 3 was 9 points plus her 6 bonus points is 15. I think I might have been destroyed by the cat here. But harbours I focused on, so harbours is left. And let's see, so I've got a column of 4, which is 12 points, and a row of 4, which is another 12 points. So that's 24 points. Plus, I've got bonus points of 7 on the harbours. So that's 31 points. So that might be my saving grace there. And what about Rogue? Rogue has a harbour, which is 0 points. So the only thing left is resources. Well, I have 1 person and that's it, and Rogue has nothing. So I get -1. And that gives us... And the winner is me, barely. So we've got 62 to 61. Bad luck, Rogue. Maybe you'll fare better in your next game. And that is Quadropolis. I do hope that you've enjoyed this video. Of course, if you have, please do check out the rest of my videos, subscribe to the channel, and share the channel with your friends and family. Also, do check us out on social media. You can find us on Facebook and on Twitter. And as always, thanks for watching, and bye for now.